right there on that right edge, just weren't able to push him out of the way. Came in, I want to say it was 56 for CHANUTE. So it is kind of hard to see. Gentry cost one. I want to say that's the number that made the play there, but.
Trips out to the left side for Labette County. One of them is Kagan Bates, had a touchdown catch last week, leads the team in touchdown receptions. Labette County is close to Kagan Bates' habitat, the red zone. Wyrick takes the snap, goes back twice, quick pass to Heston, he'll jab step, try to beat a couple blue Comets, and is tackled around the chest by Nathan Wilson for a loss of, man, he lost half a yard there, John. Labette County struggling to stay ahead of the sticks. 3rd down and 13, a minute 10 first quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes where you catch that ball in the bubble, it takes time to accelerate. Right there, Barrett kind of caught it behind him there, so you had to kind of go back.
Pretty quick timeout there as Labette County on 4th and 14 is going to have a turnover on downs here after a hook and lateral of their own to Jamal Jackson. Didn't quite get it done, but a really neat play design there as we saw CHANUTE run that earlier, and Labette County just gave it a crack, and now CHANUTE will have it at their own 36.
You know, hindsight being 2020, that hurt to maybe punted that football. I mean, you're only down 2 scores. It's early in the, still kind of early in the first half, early in that second quarter. I mean, I understand you want to be aggressive, but you have plays like that. Yeah, hindsight being 2020, of course.
Harding's going to pass it risky, looking for the slot man. Wilson on the slant, tipped off of Wilson's hands, and a few Grizzlies were there wanting to get their paws on it, but none got the opportunity. 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass.
Nash might have had a chance at an interception there had he not been so worried about the contact. It would have been a tough play to make, but I think it's one of those where there's a chance for something to happen there. CHANUTE just kind of lucky there that there wasn't a play like that for Labette County.
14-0 CHANUTE Blue Comets in front of Labette County with 11:48 to go in the second quarter. Harding will throw again. Incomplete, far too high for his intended target, Elliott Stevenson. 3rd down and 10 for the Blue Comets.
Yeah, Black does a tremendous job of just working against that slot receiver there who's on him. Pushed him deep, and just a high ball from Harding. Past 2 passes, that first one on that tunnel screen is too far inside, this one too high. So we need to kind of settle down here. Labette County forcing them to 3rd and long here, may get the football back should they come up with the stop.
Barrett Heston, shallow safety at the 45. 3 receivers right. They're going to run it on 3rd and 10, tripped up and dropped. A flag does fly, though. Harding on the rush. 2 Grizzlies brought him down. It was Bradfield around the ankles and Matthew Jarman around the hips, and we'll see who the flag is on.
Yep, depending on who this is, what for, really?
Chop block on Labette County?
Oh, is this a personal foul? Or no?
They called a chop block on Labette County.
What?
That's the signal, isn't it? Even the PA announcer said chop block on Labette County.
I'm no official, but it feels like
clipping.
Clipping, that's the call?
1st and
really
10 CHANUTE at midfield.
Does that really have to happen on 3rd down there, 3rd and long? Just give him 1st down. I mean, last time it was... What was it the last time? What was it on Labette County? It was unsportsmanlike that gave CHANUTE a 1st down. This time it's going to be a tripping call.
Stevenson on a jet sweep left to right. Elliott is going to be tackled for a loss of half of a step. As, man, he ran a long way. He caught the ball on the left hash and went down in front of the Labette County bench. on the far side of the field. Second down and a long 10 for Chanute. 11:10 to go, second quarter. 14-0, Blue Comets.
Yep, we talked about Fields. Did you just send us the break or? Oh, no, we're good. All right, I was so confused there for a second. But yeah, Fields, we talk about him all the time, being a ball hawk, leading 4A East in interceptions. This time does a nice job on the ground game and chopping Stevens' legs out from underneath him.
Pass play after the fake run, slant, caught by Stevenson. He's quick, he hits a gap. Stevenson is going to be dropped at the 1 yard line, maybe the 2. Deontay Fields making a touchdown saving tackle at the 1.5 yard line. We talked about how good Chanute is at yards after the catch before we went live, John. We had a discussion. Yep. They're so good at yards after the catch.
This time it was just a misplaced ball or misplayed ball by the safety there. I couldn't tell you if it was Heston or Nash there. Both single-digit numbers. But either way, one of them didn't hook that hip when he went in for the swat. So when he missed, he had nothing to hang on to, and Stevens was able to run away.
Under center goes Harding. Play action bootleg to the left, has a wide open teammate, and it's caught for the touchdown. Nathan Wilson on the touchdown reception, and it's 20-0 Blue Comets. Labette County bit inside, and Wilson was wide open.
Yep, we said Labette County was going to have to play flawless tonight, right? No mistakes, and they haven't done that. And as a result, they're down 20-0. I feel like this isn't anything that Sheno. They're a really good football team. They're going to do what they're going to do. You can't help them. Penalties. You had a 3rd and long, and then you get called on a clipping call. It gives them a first down right after that big play, and another Sheno score.
It's hard to argue the penalties are the reason that Sheno
helped.
scored, but there's been one significantly on each scoring drive. They might not be the lone reason, but there's been a significant penalty on each Sheno scoring sequence, basically.
You're not giving yourself a chance when you have penalties.
Yeah.
Right now, Labette County's going to have to find a way to flip a switch. They're going to have to. Offense hasn't been too smooth. They had a big play. But other than that, it hasn't looked very efficient, hasn't looked very smooth. Defense, they've looked better. They've looked like the better side of the ball for Labette County tonight. But still, little things that lead to big plays. That's what good teams do. They'll take advantage of those little mistakes.
Lawrence Cheney is going to kick it from the 24 and miss, but 24 and miss, but guess what? Fill in the blank, Grizzly fans. Get out the pencil and paper. Ready? A flag. Good job, everybody.
Oh, goodness. I don't know who they're going to call this one on. Take a guess, but
As it's either going to be offsides or running into the kicker.
I don't think he was offsides. I think it was really good.
Okay.
It's roughing the kicker.
Roughing the kicker on Labette County.
Even though he didn't smoke him, he kind of held himself up.
The kicker kind of sold that one a little bit.
Really? Did he fall?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't think.
Nolan kind of probably hit him, but kind of ran by him, and the kicker did a good job of kind of selling it. It's Lawrence Cheney, the kicker for Chanute.
Let's get another shot at it here.
As Cheney's going to get another kick on the extra point. It was really well read by Nolan Nash to try to block it.
Real good timing.
We'll see if Nash can dial up good timing again, and he'll just, well, they're coming again. And the kick is on its way, and the kick is no good. So with 10-12 to go in the second quarter, Chanute 20, Labette County 0. Labette County's offense with another try in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines,
20-0. Chanute in front of Labette County. The winner is the outright SEK champion of 2024. Both these teams undefeated, 3-0 in league play. Again, 10-12 second quarter, Chanute 20, Labette County 0. Good to see Brennan Harlan back out there at the 50-yard line on special teams as he was out last week. Kick is off, and the kick goes out of bounds, and hey, a penalty on Chanute.
Extracurriculars down here by the Grizzly sideline.
Oh, and a flag over there. All right, we'll probably have
Yep.
offsetting penalties here in a second.
Well, no, this one, I believe those were the two that were in that wrestling match we saw earlier down here. So some bad blood, steaming right now between the Blue Comets and the Grizzlies. Maybe Fields.
So there were a couple penalties on this kickoff. One was on the kick going out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and the other was in front of Labette County's sideline, and they're both going to be on Chanute. The one was a guarantee, and the other, I believe John is about to be correct, as we still await the call from the white hat, who stands at the 33-yard line and now walks forth to the 34 and makes the call.
Been a busy man so far tonight.
He has. So personal foul on Chanute. Oh, did he just eject somebody?
I don't know what that motion, Jack. I need to go get me an official handbook, but it looks like, yeah.
I mean,
he
it looked
kinda
like my mom
pointed
when I
back.
got in trouble when I was 7 years old.
Yeah, like, go to your room
Yeah.
or something like that. We'll see if he's out here.
Okay, he's doing it again. Personal foul on Chanute. And he made the little thumb point behind his shoulder again. He made like a thumbs up with his hand and then pointed it behind his shoulder, like out of here. So, not sure. First
Number 6, so we'll see if
Okay.
he's out there or not.
1st and 10, Labette County at midfield, and Jackson
Man,
smoked in the backfield. Loss of a few to the 47.
this defensive line for the Blue Comets is playing out of their minds right now. Kepley has a hard job there. And that was just a really good swim move by that interior defensive tackle. 59, I believe, is the Blue Comet Garrett Love. Blue Comet Garrett Love. Man. Blue Comet Garrett Love. Man. That was a good move by Love. Get past Capley and make the play in the backfield. But yeah, once again, first down, take a negative gain. Find yourself behind the chains now. Got to find a way to make this one third and manageable.
Wyrick's going to drop back straight away, step forth into a sloppy pocket, and heave one incomplete to the 43. His intended target was Kagan Bates, who had settled into an open gap, and Wyrick was pressured from a few different sides there.
Yep, and he does a nice job of stepping up. Just doesn't set his feet. Throws on the move there. Has Bates wide open. I don't think he saw him when he's looking left, because then he had to move up. His eyes didn't get there in time, and as a result, he finds himself on an off platform. Throws it behind.
3rd down and 12. Labette County has had loads of those already tonight. Again, 20-0 Chanute, 9:30 second quarter. Ball at the heart of the field. Chanute sends heat. Wyrick gets it off. It's caught and then dropped by Heston, it looks like, at the 42, and he'll rip his mouthpiece out of his mouth, it looked like, in frustration.
Like I said, Labette County's not helping themselves out right now. It's just adding on to it. Doesn't matter if you drown in or suffocate in 2 pounds of horse manure or 50. I mean, it's still not going to help you out. And I want to point something out. Jackson does a nice job in pass protection there. He picked up a blitzing defensive back off that left side, freeing up just enough time for Wyrick to make that throw. And it was a good throw. It was just an uncharacteristic mistake by Barrett there.
Labette County's really improved on punting throughout the season. Ooh.
Once again,
as Jamal Jackson ran into Elliott Stevenson, who waved for the fair catch, as I doubt Jamal saw that, or he wouldn't have. Was that Jamal or Tayton?
it was Jamal.
Okay, so that'll be a penalty tacked onto the end of the fair catch by Stevenson from the 12 out to probably the 27 or so. I'm guessing it's 15 yards, but
Yeah, I want to say he had his. Well, Jamal was kind of looking at where the ball was going and didn't have his eyes on the returner. And we kind of saw him pull off there at the end, realizing it was a fair catch, just unable to get out of the way, and that's what collides with him. It's just penalties, and we saw a drop. That's not everything, missed blocks. Labette County's not played a very clean football game at all.
Yeah, it's been fairly sloppy for the Grizzlies so far. 20-0 CHANUTE. Labette County did get a stop on their last defensive possession. Did they?
Nope.
Oh, there was that penalty.
Yep.
Yeah, they had a stop, and then there was a penalty. That's right. Here's Stevenson again, using his speed to get the first down, cut it back inside, still on his feet, and a few Grizzlies finish him off. Camden good over there with Roper Whitley, bringing the senior to the ground. First down, though, for CHANUTE.
Yep, and when you're playing the deeper routes, right, you're not coming up as aggressive on those hitch routes right there. And that's just athleticism of CHANUTE from there, not coming up in time to make a tackle, but giving them enough time and space to cut to the outside.
Stevenson,
a little bit tighter.
He's really good in not just open field, but suffocated field. Stevenson can find gaps. Harding around the left side, talk about gaps, makes a man miss, gets across midfield, still on his feet, and then tackled near the 40-yard line of Labette by Barrett.
It looked like Grizzlies had a chance to kind of knock him back there for a loss. Just a fine shoulder pad into Harding, he just bounces off. Got to find a way to wrap up there. As hard as it may be, got to find a way to wrap onto a leg, around the waist, something to stop his momentum.
Yeah, Harding will kind of start to run up the gut. He's real patient, and then just bounces it outside. It's almost like he purposefully baits us inside and then just beats us to the edge. Ball on the left hash.
Does a nice job of manipulating blocks and defenders.
Yeah, that's well said. Labette County bull rushes the quarterback. Bradley Black dives and can't get him around the ankles. Harding heaves it. Too high, incomplete. Good coverage by Deontay Fields over there.
Yep, as well as good pressure to force Harding out of the pocket. I thought Black may have taken a poor angle there. I saw Reed kind of going up there if Harding decided to kind of scramble. Good pursuit from that Grizzly defense.
Nolan Nash on the coverage. My apologies. Second down and 10, CHANUTE at the Labette 42. 7:54 second quarter. CHANUTE 20, Labette County 0. CHANUTE in their powder blue tops, white helmets and bottoms in a huddle. They break the huddle and address the football. Harding behind the quarterback. Harding near mid. Done by Labette County's defense there. Bradley Black got him maybe for a gain of just a couple. 3rd down and 8.
Yep, and Black does get beat on the edge initially there, but Field shooting up, taking his blocker with him, does a nice job of taking away space from Harding to work with there, allowing Black to kind of come up and trip him down. This is what the Grizzlies need. We saw last time we got in the same spot, and there's just the phantom tripping call, or clipping call. I don't think I've seen that one called in all 3 years we've done this, Jack. I guess there's a first time for everything.
Next thing we know, we'll have an illegal crackback block or something.
Yeah, something out there.
3rd down and 8 for CHANUTE. Big stand if Labette can get it. Run for Quentin Harding. He gets the first and then is tackled at the 30. Labette County again looked like they might have a play, but Harding made something happen.
Yep, it's not like CHANUTE's just physically imposing themselves on us. They're doing a nice job of getting to the second level, but our initial, defense, they're the defensive line, they aren't just getting pushed around.
Right.
It's backside, those back three, those backers and stuff are having a hard time of getting off blocks right now.
As we knew coming into the game tonight, if Labette County lost, there's essentially a 0% chance we host next week. And if we win tonight, there's a better chance, but no guarantee, that we host a playoff game next week. So Labette County awaits their matchup for next week. At the end of tonight's game, here's Stevenson on a first down catch, bobbled it, and then got it back and gets inside the 10. Were my eyes mistaking me, or did Stevenson lose that football and get it back while he was running right there? It looked like it.
I couldn't tell you. Nash is trailing their good route by Stevenson. I want to say it was an out route, as it is kind of trying to see it in real time. Some of these concepts are running there. I want to say either way, crossing out, whatever you want to say it. He had Nash beat. Good ball, good catch. And man, Stevenson is a pretty big presence to bring down. We saw Nash attempt to eventually, I believe it was Heston, had to come over and take him out of the equation.
First and goal, Chanute after the Stevenson catch, and Roper Whitley is going to almost bring down Quentin Harding, and then he'll lose the football, and it's picked up by Chris Harding back at the 14.
And that's a heads-up play by Harding. Both Hardings to realize, one, he's not down, another to instantly just jump on that football without a second thought, seeing it scored out. As, man, Harding, he fights when he has the ball. He's a really aggressive runner. He fights for extra yards really well.
20-0 Chanute, 5 minutes, second quarter. Chanute with the ball, second and goal at the Labette County 14 after the negative play. Ball on the left hash, Labette County bending at the waist in an athletic stance. Here's the snap. Labette sends some pressure and makes the play in the backfield. Another loss of a couple. Labette County's front seven making their presence felt here. Roper Bradfield, Chris Stevens, Roper Whitley all get up from the pile. Third down and goal from the 16 now.
Yep, it's one thing to get through. This time they're able to get their hands on Harding and wrap him up. It's one thing to just get through. You got to go finish the play now.
4:30 to go in the half. Chanute huddling up. Chanute's head coach is Cleet Frizzell. Labette County, Sean Price.
This pass rush of the Grizzlies needs to get after Harding here.
Bradley Black out there playing some pass coverage at the top of your screen. Here's the snap on third and goal from the 16. Harding rolls out right, throws across his body. That's a beauty. Touchdown, Chanute. Caught at the tee on Chanute on the far side of the field. The recipient, the touchdown catch, Landon Bilby.
Yeah, I want to say Fields was kind of expecting, the safety to be there. Dropped back far enough. Nash was up there with that other slot guy in coverage. So maybe miscommunication whether or not they're going man or zone there. But, yeah, Fields, you saw him out there. You didn't quite know what to do, and you just got to go with one. You just have to 100% effort. You'd rather make a mistake going 100% than a mistake at 50%, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I was always told that in basketball practice.
50-50 chance you're right there, Deontay.
After you pass the basketball, either cut or set a screen, but don't do half one, half the other. 2-point conversion here for Chanute. Keeping the play alive is Chris Harding, and he'll find Quentin Harding for the walk-in 2-point conversion. 28-0, Chanute in front of Labette County with 4 minutes to play in the first half. We'll keep it here and thank a few sponsors for allowing this broadcast to take place. We'd like to thank Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Vollmer Cement Finishing, USD 506, Olson Ace Hardware, SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister, Tank Connection, and Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. Jack Leake and John Kohler with you on the call. Kaylin McKee on the KLKC Sports YouTube live stream that's fighting to stay alive tonight here at Chanute on their broadcast Wi-Fi. Chanute will kick off to Labette County right to left. Again, their kicker is number 12, Lawrence Cheney. And he'll boot it away to Jamal Jackson or Deontay Fields as they are back at the 10-yard line. Here comes the kick. It's off. It's a high one, spinning backwards. It's going to land, and it's picked up at the 15 by Fields. He'll take the long way out to the left side of the field and is tackled, and his helmet flies off at the 18-yard line as Fields is going to confront somebody maybe before he goes to grab his helmet, and now his buddy picks it up for him and hands it to him.
They're going to have to tighten that speed flux up just a little bit there if they're able to just rip it off and fling it 20 yards. But County really needs to find a way to put any kind of points on the board here. 4 minutes to go. It's very doable. Have enough time.
Got to score.
Yep. Can't go down, or can't go into half down 28-0.
Labette County's going to have to go 82 yards to score. Ball at their own 18. They're going to run it to Jamal. Has yet to break away tonight, and here he falls forward for a positive gain of 4, maybe a short 5, but a positive run nonetheless from Jamal Jackson.
One of the better looking run plays we've had tonight outside of that draw earlier in the game. This one going for positive yardage. Second. I'm sorry, I saw that official's head over there. Not locked in, Jack. I apologize. So they're going to have to find a way to... Got all 3 timeouts, I believe. Should be doable.
Jet sweep for Bates. They fake to him and go to Jamal. He has room, cuts it inside, stays alive outside. Across the 30 to the 33. First down and 10, Labette County. 2 good runs for Jamal Jackson. Inside 3 minutes, the clock goes.
Yep, the Comet defender's just out of position with that motion, giving Jackson enough room to cut inside and get up the field.
Two receivers right and 2 left for Aaron Wyrick, with Jackson right behind him wearing a red arm sleeve. They go to Jackson left side. CHANUTE dials up the defense this time and holds number 24 to just a yard.
About 2:35 and counting, just now approaching their own 34. May have to speed some things up if you want to keep running the football like this and taking your time getting these plays in.
Wyrick bends at his hips, takes the snap a little bit low, pressured from his right, steps up, swerves, and he's going to be sacked inside the 30 for a loss of about 5. Wyrick tried to stay alive. He does a good job of using his body, trying to duck, evade, but you just couldn't avoid that sack there.
Yeah, once again, this is going to be number 59, Garrett Love. I didn't see the line play there. I don't know if they ran a twist there to get him outside on Broadwell, but it's the second time it feels like Broadwell just got beat. Wyrick unable to see his men down the field because of it.
CHANUTE jumps but no call. 3rd down and 15. Minute 30 first half. Wyrick leans into his offensive lineman, now gets set with 8 seconds on the play clock. He'll swing it out to Jackson in the flats. Has a good block, a flag flies. Jackson stays alive, tackled around the shins to the 35, and this might be on Barrett Heston. On the block, it's a hold on Labette County.
Got his arms outside of the shoulder pads there, or outside of the chest and on those outside of the shoulder pads there. That's what they're going to get him on for there. But yeah, you're going to look back at this first half and you're going to see these penalties. They're going to stick out. You're going to see not wrapping up. There's very correctable mistakes the Grizzlies have, made tonight so far, stuff that you feel like this late into the season you shouldn't be making. And as a result, you're not out of this game all the way yet, obviously, but you're down 4 scores here on the road in the league championship game.
So the hold is going to be accepted by Coach Frizzell for CHANUTE. As I can't say I blame him, as he might get better field position. As because he accepted that, that tells me they might be wanting to try to score again before half.
Yeah, and CHANUTE has 3 timeouts as well. Don't see why they wouldn't just maybe call a timeout there.
As there's a minute 3 left and 10 seconds left on the play clock for Wyrick to get the ball off.
And that's what they're going to do. They're just try to milk as much as that clock down.
1 second, it's a run, a toss play to the left, Labette moving left to right, and Jackson's chopped to the ground on the north side of the 30-yard line, and CHANUTE does call a timeout. So my theory reigns true. Coach Frizzell wants to score again before the halftime break. It'll be 4th down and long for Labette County at their own 31, and they'll punt it left to right with a breeze at their back. Let's take a quick 30 on KLKC.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed in high speed.
.28-0, Chanute in front of Labette County. The Grizzlies on to punt again, left to right. Nolan Nash back inside the 20, set to take the snap. 2 Blue Comet return men back deep. Nolan nearly has this one blocked. It's a little shorter, lands at the 50 and takes a huge bounce, but it hit Jamal Jackson in his leg as that ball landed at the 45 and was going to burst forth for who knows how many yards, but it smacked Jamal Jackson in the back of his leg and brought the ball to a freezing halt right at midfield.
I don't know, Jack. It's just another unfortunate breaks are giving them another, I don't know, 7-10 yards of field position there, 40 seconds to go, and that's kind of more important here in this later part of this first half, where time's of the essence, and you got to travel decent amount of yardage here. Very doable for Labette County to get a stop here or force Chanute just to run the timeout.
As that certainly is the goal, as we see Bradley Black again. Am I mistaken? In some coverage here at the bottom of the field?
He's just playing over the head of the other slot guy.
A screenplay goes to Harding, and it is read well. Coming off of the blocks for Labette County were 2 key players in that stop. Roper Whitley was one of them, and Caleb Jarman, I believe, the other. 2nd and 8 for Chanute, who's trying to score. They have 2 timeouts and 18 seconds to work. Harding, pressured,
really good
dumped
tackle there.
In the backfield at the 45. Bradley Black on the sack. 3rd down and long for Chanute. We have a timeout.
Really?
Chanute with 14 seconds left in the half.
I don't know if I would have called a timeout there unless you just trust your kicker. I don't know, Jack. I mean, this just feels like Chanute knows they're the better team right now. I feel like they can get a big play or something of that nature, but any other team, any other situation, you're just letting the clock run out there after a sack like that.
As we will keep it here because it's about halftime, and we'll take a more lengthy break before the iCare Associates halftime show. But Labette County, you know, you're down 28-0, so who knows how many points some of these sloppy things are worth. But it does feel like this is the sloppier game Labette's played in a while, maybe all season, as far as self-controllables.
I don't know. Winfield was up there, I feel like. I'm not going to say the mistakes we've made tonight are on that level, because some of those led direct with the scores. I mean, some of them.
Oh, yeah, the special teams things.
Yeah, things of that. There hasn't been that. Penalties. This team has not come out ready to play football, Jack. That's the way I'm going to put it. I know, just too many mistakes. And part of that's coming with, you know, these guys haven't played in the championship game. Maybe some jitters or something of that nature.
Harding pressured from his right and sacked again by Bradley Black. Trick or treat, smell my cleats. Bradley Black on the sack again. What is it? Another flag?
This one really, really late. Really. They're going to decline. It's a late flag to kind of drop out there after the sack happened to call it holding. Is that here we go? You got 4th down and 2 country miles here, maybe an acre to travel before they can get a first down.
As after the penalty, they're just going to run the clock, and now it's stopped with 5 seconds left, and Labette County has called a timeout with 5 seconds left in the second quarter. We will go ahead and step aside for 30 seconds on KLKC.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
.28-0 CHANUTE in front of the Grizzlies in the final regular season game. And on fourth down, CHANUTE's just going to run a play, and Harding's going to keep it alive long enough to take us to the halftime break before the tackle was made by Heston. Labette County almost made the tackle quick enough to get the ball with a couple seconds left at the CHANUTE 30, but Harding again bounced it outside and ran the clock to triple zeros. They almost got him.
Jack, I'm not going to bring up what I just saw. Chris Stevens got lost. They had him in a blender. He thought he was cutting back inside. He turned his back. Harding just bounced to the outside there. There's an old Barry Sanders highlight of him doing that to a Cowboys defender. I thought, oh my goodness, he's about to recreate that highlight here. Fortunately, the Grizzlies able to make the tackle and get out of the half. But yeah, not the first half they envisioned when they traveled here tonight.
CHANUTE 28, Labette County 0. They put 15 minutes on the clock as routine would suggest due to games this season. So we'll go ahead and take our normal 5-minute break and come back with the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show.
My name is Bria and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at klkcradio.com.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed in high speed.
Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray halftime show, where we're live from CHANUTE, Kansas, where the Blue Comets lead Labette County 28-0 in the SEK title game. Jack Leake and John Kohler, happy to be with you. Kayla McKee on the KLKC Sports YouTube live stream. That was the sloppiest first half of Grizzly football we've seen in some time. I would agree, since Winfield. That maybe didn't tell the tale of why it's 28-0, but it helped because some of those penalties were very timely. They were on third down. They were on big passes for Labette County. It didn't help. Pretty sloppy first half.
Yeah, defensively, you're in positions to make tackles. You can't do so. You get sucked in. You don't hold the edge. Harding takes it to the outside. Stevenson, you got to wrap him up. He's too big. He's not going to go down without a fight. Got to put a pad in and wrap up. That's the biggest thing. Right? Make tackles. Got to make tackles. Harding, back here on that two-point conversion, had a shot at him.
Yeah.
Just get stiff-armed into the dirt, and he'll throw it across the field for a two-point conversion. This Grizzlies team has not looked like the one we've seen the past 2 weeks by any means, Jack. I mean,
right.
And it's not even like they're just physically just outmatched right now. They're just not playing up to the standard they've created for themselves, and I think they know that. I think that's the message at half right now. You're not out of it. 4 scores. That's all it is, Jack.
Yep, 2 each quarter, get some stops.
You're going to have to play mistake-free. You can't come out penalties.
Yep.
Get rid of them. No turnovers. Thankfully, in the first half, no turnovers, Jack. So they're good in that statistic. Right now, running the ball is first down. Each drive, I'm going to say each drive, I'm just going to say 100% of the time, first down, you've taken a 2-3 yard loss. Second down, it's not been much better, and you just force yourself in these third and longs. Got to get positive yardage on those first downs to give yourself a chance. There's 2 post balls, both Noel Nash. He caught one, brought back on a holding call. Other one, a tremendous play, get up to their 20, I want to say. Somewhere around there. Drive stalls out. It's just, man, got to sustain something. So there's just been nothing of consistency for this Grizzly attack.
when Aaron Wyrick has been able to step up and deliver a pass, they've been beautiful, and they've been to Nolan Nash, and he's caught a few of them. The one he didn't catch was the one that wasn't thrown his way. Aaron Wyrick was going to throw it to Nolan in double coverage to the end zone, but elected to take the sack and not throw the ball. But Nolan's been the main target for Aaron, and we've talked about how throughout the course of the year, it's been different wide receiver 1A each night.
Yep.
It's been Bates, it's been Heston, it's been Nash.
Labette County's got. Yeah, sorry, Jack. Chanute's probably going to be playing a little bit more soft like we saw later in that second quarter, which means you're not going to get those big chunk plays like you've been getting unless it's just a perfect ball and a perfect catch like we saw earlier. You're going to have to play some tempo, right? You're going to have to take what they're giving you, keep moving. You got to play some urgency here in this second half and find a way to score quick and often.
Yeah, as they're not out of it, but I feel like on top of getting stops, a couple of those are going to have to maybe be turnovers. An interception, a fumble, or if the defense scores, that's a bonus. So, get up and at them if you're the Grizzly defense. Heck, I thought the Grizzly offense might have a chance to score with 3 seconds on the clock. As with 5 seconds left in the second quarter, Coach Price called a timeout. And Chanute ran it up the middle on 4th down to try to run out the clock rather than punt to Labette County. They almost tackled Quentin Harding, but he was able to escape tackles and run out the clock. Whereas if we would have tackled him, Labette would have had the ball on the Chanute 30 with 1 play to try to score. So anyways, just a couple things that happened that were where Labette County, again, was kind of close to having a shot, but it was just kind of snatched away. So a mixture of some sloppy play, but also some sloppy penalties as well. 28-0 is your score. 5 minutes until the teams waltz their way back onto the turf here at Chanute on senior night. We'll step aside for our first 2-minute break of the halftime show and come back with more on KLKC.
My name is Bria and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Kraus in the house gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKCradio.com.
Couple scores from around the area for you. Parsons is playing at Columbus as we speak. It is Columbus 21, Parsons 8 in that one. As John, you have a couple others for us?
Yeah, Rose Hill in a dogfight with Independence. They're winning that one 20-16.
Rose Hill's winning?
Yep, 20-16 right now. And I'm trying to find that Coffeyville. They're playing Fort Scott right now, I believe. So what's going on there? And I think someone said it was 6-0 at the end of the first, or at half.
Yeah,
so that's the score there, but yeah, I mean, Coffeyville's not a bad team by any means, but see the Grizzlies trot on the field here. Everything's going to have to go right for them in the second half, Jack, as we kind of gear back into this part of things. I think you're going to have to find a way to consistently run the ball if you're going to do that. I mean, they're going to be playing softer, right? You're up 28-0. There's no need to play aggressively in that secondary.
How do you read into some of the yards after catch allowed for Chanute? Because I saw it on film and I've seen it in person tonight. Elliott Stevenson will catch a 10-yard slant and go for 40 yards, even when it doesn't look like he has a chance to. He's very talented player, but it seems to happen all the time.
Physically, he's a force, right? He's 200 pounds plus going against defensive backs that are 170, 160, right? So, I mean, when you have that much weight advantage, and it's not like blubber or fat, it's muscle, right? He's very strong in the legs, hits weight room, tremendous athlete. I mean, after that, it's unless you're making like a picture-perfect tackle, he's going to be hard to bring down. He's a force. And same with the other guys. I mean, Sheno does a really good job, just awareness, field awareness, right? Knowing where defenders are going to be and knowing where they may have a chance to cut back and get up the field. And right now, Grizzlies are playing kind of soft, those safeties. Now, this may open up those double moves and stuff. You're going to have to start coming down on those hitches quicker and harder and not allowing them to get that momentum after the catch.
You're more of an X's and O's guy than I am. I feel like in recent games, Labette County has been more able to dial in on the run or dial in on the pass, whereas Chanute is a team where you can't do either, or they'll beat you with the other. How do you approach that, defend the pass and the run, where the last few games we've decided on one and just done that?
Well, I mean, it's just going to depend on what they come out. I mean, they're a similar team, schematically. You go spread, back in shotgun, rarely under center unless it's goal line, short yardage. So it's just things like that, situational football, right? 1st and 10, probably going to run the ball, right? You want to set the tone on that drive or that series of downs. You got to run the ball. You got to force them in the spots where it's obvious, right? So then everyone's on the same page and you get it, a stop that way. When you're getting a 2nd and 3 or a penalty on a 1st and 5, it gets a little bit more difficult, right?
Right.
A little bit more unpredictable what the offense is going to do there. You're going to have to find a way to force them into these predictable scenarios, Jack.
Minute 45 until the second half begins. We'll step aside for our final 1-minute break of the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show.
My name is Bria and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Second half about to take place here in Chanute, Kansas. Both these teams vying for that plaque that says 2024 SEK champs on it. Both these teams are in this position for a reason. 3-0 in league play up until tonight. Somebody will leave 3-1, and the other will hoist a trophy at 4-0. Right now, it's looking like Chanute's the favor to have that take place, but Labette County has another half to get back in this game. As we've seen, Labette County with their tremendous coaching staff make adjustments at halftime like they did at Pittsburgh. Chanute and Pittsburgh, very similar teams, not necessarily in play style, but maybe as far as roster goes. Labette County ended up beating Pittsburgh in the second half earlier this year. So Labette County's known to make good adjustments and continue to play well into the third and long minutes of the fourth quarter even. So can Labette County not just outscore Chanute, but outscore them by 28 points in the second half to get back in it. Fernando Rivera on to kick for the first time tonight. He'll kick left to right, where Chanute will work the turf right to left. 12 minutes is put on the scoreboard on the south end of the field. It's Chanute 28, Labette County 0. Rivera takes his steps, gets ready to kick, and the second half is underway from Chanute, Kansas. Good kick from Fernando, lands at the 5 and hops into the blue paint in the end zone. Touchback. Chanute will start at the 20.
And we're going to see how this Grizzly team's going to come out. I mean, they didn't come out fired up, energetic at all, as we saw in that first quarter, that first half. They're going to have to bring it now when they need it most. There's no sugarcoating this one, Jack. It's going to take a second half miracle from the Grizzlies to walk out of here with a win.
Chanute jogs their way onto the field. Labette County already standing there, awaiting Chanute to snap it for the first play of the third quarter. The defensive backs get their assignment, and the play is about to take place. 2 seconds on the play clock, and they get it off. Harding hands it off to Harding. Run around the right side, tries to get the first. He'll do so, and he's met from behind by a few Grizzlies and is tackled near the out-of-bounds stripe on the far side of the field. 1st and 10, Chanute.
Yep, just not being able to fight off those blocks in that second level. So what's going to happen this time, they're able to contain him just enough to force him out of bounds, but you can see, the recipe for these long touchdown runs we saw in the first half.
11:30 to play in the third quarter. Chanute taking their time offensively here, letting that 40-second play clock drip under 15 seconds as they address the ball. We've seen Elliott Stevenson do really well in the first half, along with running back Quentin Harding. We haven't seen a whole lot of Cade Small, their other receiver who caught a couple touchdowns last week. Here's a pitch and catch from Stevenson. Caught on this side of the 40 for a gain of about 4.
Yep, and that's, honestly, a third or fourth hitch route Nolan has seen. This time he was up on it a little bit better, wrapped up the leg before he's able to get moving, hold him up enough for his teammates to come over and help him. He's going to have to be careful with these double moves, though, right? They may dial up another hitch here or somewhere along this drive, then come back next possession with a double move or something. No one's playing too greedy.
2nd down and 5. They give Stevenson 5 on the reception. Labette County showing blitz. They'll bring some pressure. Harding gets outside of it on the left edge and gets on this side of the 40.
Brought down by Black there. Managed to hang on and throw him to the ground with him.
3rd down and short here.
Yep, 3rd down, and honestly, if it's a no gain or a loss of 1 or 2, if you're Chanute, you may consider just going for it, considering how effective you are running the football right now. I'd like to see the yards per play average right now, because it feels like Chanute's pretty high up there. Pretty effective right now offensively.
Harding is a very patient runner and knows he's probably the fastest guy on the field and uses that to his advantage. Stevenson in motion on 3rd and short, gets it in between the 3 and the 5 on his jersey, and he's off to the races. And he's hit at the hip and knocked out at the 35. As I've said that a few times tonight, boy, CHANUTE, kind of like Coffeyville, but a little better at exploiting those edges and turning it upfield.
Yeah, Labette County not doing themselves any favor. They're just really good blocking by CHANUTE down the field, but they're doing a good job forcing to the inside, allowing Stevenson to get to the edge. Labette County's got to find a way to hold that edge. Yeah, I mean, Coffeyville was gashing us over and over. Indy had some success on the edge last week as well. The outside run defense has been just woeful for these Grizzlies.
The CHANUTE team coming off of a home loss last week to Pittsburgh in overtime by 6. Pre-snap penalty here, and I bet you $1 it's on Labette County. Man, I'm rich.
Oh my goodness.
I could retire.
Oh.
I could, but I choose not to. Offsides on Labette County. Oh, he signaled it twice. Signaled it twice just for fun.
Yeah, just had to be very emphatic about, this one's also going to be on Labette County as well. Goodness gracious.
1st down and 5 for CHANUTE at the Labette County 29-yard line. 8:50 third quarter, 28-0 Blue Comets. Labette County, this is the score in which they defeated Independence last week. They find themselves trailing. Harding with the slant, caught at the 15, still on his feet, inside the 10, and tackled by Heston. And good.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a miscommunication or something with these DBs right now. We saw so on the touchdown earlier with Fields over there, but this time good. Nash, he's locked in man-to-man with that slot guy on an arrow.
Landon Bilby on the catch.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Good expected the safety to be there, and Pat was trying to pass off to someone who wasn't there. As a result, Bilby's just wide open, but Labette County needs to get this communication figured out.
1st and goal for CHANUTE at the Labette 6. Ball at the middle of the field. Pass is incomplete here. 2nd and goal from the 6 coming up. Under 8 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. About a 4-minute drive for CHANUTE so far.
Labette County responding better to that play action now. Just a couple times in that first half where CHANUTE could do whatever they want out of the play action. No one was there. This time, Labette County's ready for it. I don't think it would have mattered had that ball been good and on the money. Barrett was going to be right there when he caught it anyways.
CHANUTE threatening to go up 5 scores. Harding in the gun. Labette County sends 8. Harding around the left side, gets the edge and scores. Man, he does that every single time.
Yeah, he sucks Black in just enough with that block and gets to the edge. It's same story over and over and over again. I'm not singling out Black. That's just who it was on that play. There's been a multitude of Grizzly defenders where this has happened. You're going to suck them in just enough, and you use your speed to get to that edge.
I'm assuming that's done intentionally. It looks like it. He just kind of rides the butt of his offensive lineman just enough to get the defense.
Yeah, keeps his eyes down the field. Sees
bounces it outside.
Yeah, sucked in. He's going to get to the outside.
Labette County tries to block the extra point, almost does. Another flop by the kicker, but this kick is good. It'll be 35-0 after the kick is good from Cheney, and Labette County will play offense again in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed in high speed.
35-0 your score. Chanute set to kick off yet again. Their kicker has been busy tonight. Lawrence Cheney has kicked it off many a time this evening. Deontay Fields and Jamal Jackson back deep to return for Labette County, who's going to work left to right. And the kick is off. It's a good one this time. He got the meat of the ball on that one, and Fields catches it in the air at the 8-yard line, works left to right, is hit from behind but stays on his feet and gets to the 31-yard line, where he'll hot dog roll a few times, pop up, and give the ball to the official. Can Labette County score tonight? We'll see if they can on this drive.
Man, Fields has really improved week to week returning the football. You know, early on it seemed like he just, he's a sideline to sideline guy, ran more east-west. Tonight he's been tremendous back there. Last week we saw it as well, getting more vertical, and he's seeing lanes now. Just a vast improvement from the sophomore. He's really turned into a weapon. You can use him anywhere, I feel like.
Jackson with the carry. Gain of half a step maybe. Second down and 10 coming up, as limping off, holding his left thigh for Chanute appears to be number 55.
59 Love.
59, Garrett Love. You've named him off a couple times tonight.
He's played out of this world tonight on that defensive line. He's really thrown a wrench in Labette County's plans offensively.
As a player last week who caught 2 touchdowns for Chanute in their loss to Pittsburgh was Cade Small. He's on the defensive line right now, as here's a loss of 1 from Jamal Jackson up the middle. As how many times do you have a guy who caught 2 touchdowns last week play on the defensive line? I guess maybe a tight end maybe might do that, but we have not seen Cade Small do very much at all tonight. I don't know if he's caught a pass, maybe one early in the first half. But Labette County's main issue has been Mr. Elliott Stevenson and Quentin Harding. But Labette County with 3rd and 10 here, a pass for Wyrick. He'll throw a slant route to the 30 or the 43, and it falls incomplete.
I don't know if that one was tipped at the line or if that was just a bad ball. That thing hit the ground in front of his intended man about 5 or 6 yards. It's not Wyrick's best pass. Maybe a miscommunication on the route. I don't know. Either way, Labette County's bringing their punt unit on. Chanute's going to get the football back once again, up 35-0 here in this 3rd quarter.
Nash back to punt. 2 returners again for Chanute back deep. They've really buttoned things up in the punt game, though. Here's another good snap.
Good
and
boot.
A good punt. Goodness, from Nash. That might have been touched. Labette County should fall on this ball. They do. The referee's going to signal. I thought it touched his fingers. They're not acting like it. Oh, they're going to give it to Chanute. I thought that hit Harding's hands.
Oh, my goodness. And you know what? Ooh. Camera's kind of out of focus. Sorry, I was kind of looking up. But yeah, if we had an instant replay, I know that they have a whole class and stuff for this kind of thing over at Chanute. They may have thrown that up on an instant replay or something like that where you could actually maybe see it make contact there. The way Harding reacted, I don't think this one may have just bounced back unscathed by his hands.
6:20 to play in the 3rd quarter. Chanute 35, Labette County 0. High snap for Harding. He'll position his hips and let one fly deep right. Good ball, incomplete.
He had a step on Fields, but it's really good recovery by Fields.
That was good coverage.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't bad coverage at all. It would have taken a perfect ball. It's nice job having that hand on the hip and keeping that other hand free to maybe make a swipe at it. Just enough to throw off the receiver there. Number 3, I believe, was the intended man, Owen Luttrell, 6'2", 181, senior wide receiver and DB. As he may have pulled something. I don't know the way he's limping down here on the sideline. Maybe just out of breath. I don't know, Jack.
2nd down and 10 for the Blue Comets, moving right to left on the field, up by 35. Harding hit in the backfield, but bounces it outside again and gets to the 40.
Once again, there's a Grizzly in position to make a play. He just goes in. You got to outside shoulder. Keep that outside shoulder outside of him. Force him in. You let Harding get to the outside, he's going to gash you like he's been all night. This time was Jarman Matthew, I believe, who just feet went still. You let Harding get outside of you. You got to keep him firing. You shoot up on the outside hit. You got help on the inside. You ain't got help on the outside.
First down and 10 Chanute after the 10-yard run from Quentin Harding. An extra lineman on the right side of the line for the Blue Comets here. Stevenson going to get it again on the jet sweep, find an alley, and this bowling ball his way across midfield for a gain of 9.
This time it looked better. They held that edge a little bit better. Now he cut up inside and there was some open grass. That's why it was a gain of about 9. Make it second and short. But you didn't let him gash you for 15 and 20 yards. May go play action here. I don't know, Jack. Maybe a fake the sweep and you have something coming across. It's perfect time to go play action. Second and short here at midfield.
Chanute certainly a double-edged sword. They can hurt you on the ground or in the air. They demand respect in all facets of the game. It's second down and 1 in Labette County territory. Harding will fling it across midfield. Good coverage underneath and over the top from Camden Good and Roper Whitley. And the receiver sandwiched in between those two players was Landon Bilby.
Yeah, and Bilby had some grass. There was, between Good and Whitley there was a nice little pocket there. It's a tough job. I mean, it's not going to be a one ball because Whitley's going to, bowl, I should say, one ball. Because Whitley's going to pick it off. You got to find that equilibrium, I guess, between that 2 and 1 there. Just enough air on it to get it in there.
Roper Whitley second on the team in interceptions with 2 this year. On 3rd and 1, they'll run it with Quentin Harding. Tornadoes his way, spins near the 45 for a first down. He's been efficient on the ground, has Quentin Harding. As Chris Harding last week threw for 4 touchdown passes here at home against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Sheno probably feels like they just let one slip last week. So, I mean, they had a game-winning field goal attempt down at the goal line. They got blocked, and you go to tie it up in OT, and you fumble on the 2-yard line. I mean, they felt like they certainly gave one away there. Really good Blue Comet team. And Coach Frizzell has done a tremendous job. I mean, they used to not be just this powerhouse that we've seen this past 5-6 years. Used to not be very good, Jack, and they've been consistent in developing talent. As a result, they've posted some pretty good records. They almost beat me age, I want to say, a couple years ago in the playoffs. Frizzell has really developed a nice culture here in Chanute.
Cade Small on the first down catch there, as Chanute did beat Bishop Miege in basketball a handful of years ago at Miege. I remember that upset that night, and
in football, they had a home game against them and went down to the wire, just unable to quite pull that one out.
As the World Series is going on tonight as well, we'll have a score update for you after this play. Night 1 of the World Series. Here's Quentin Harding trying to get a first down on the far side. Knocks over the first down marker and gets to the 25, which is enough for a first down, maybe an inch short. As it's the Dodgers and Yankees in the World Series tonight. Game 1 is in Los Angeles, where the Dodgers lead the Yankees 1-0 in the top of the 6th inning. Yankees up to bat with 1 out and 1 man on. So a good game there on Fox. Game 1 of the World Series. Again, this is Fox Sports Radio, 106.7 FM or 1540 AM. Or if you're watching on YouTube, thank you, KLKC Sports.
Stanton just hit this one a mile away. I'm sorry, we got to call football. Oh, my goodness.
as Harding is pressured from all angles, rolls out left, tosses a biscuit to an open receiver, and it's caught for a CHANUTE touchdown. There's a flag in the backfield as it's going to be on CHANUTE, it appears.
A block in the back is kind of what that black hat is signaling there to, yep, that's what it's going to be. But, man, what a play by Harding to escape, show off the athleticism, get outside and find a man down the field. As I was saying before the play, Stanton just crushed the ball about a mile outside of that park there.
So a home run Yankees to go up 2-1.
Oh, goodness.
So 2-1 Yankees, bottom of the sixth, or top of the sixth, as that touchdown pass for Harding was called back there. So with 2:50 to go in the third quarter, it's 35-0 CHANUTE with the ball at the Grizzly 36. Second down and 11. As Labette County, we don't know who they're going to play next week. We're not going to know till the end of very late tonight or tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
there are so many teams stacked at that 4-3, 5-2 mark. You don't know.
Yeah, 3 and 4 as well as Eudora and Lansing. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
As another pass for CHANUTE, airing it out, home run ball in between two targets. Not sure if that was for Stevenson or Jacob Thompson, but it was in between both of them, incomplete. Third down and 11 with 2:28 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, just an uncharacteristic miss there from Harding. As I want to say, he may have been attempting to the outside man there. Otherwise, that was just a really bad ball behind that post route.
Third down and 11 for CHANUTE. Labette County on the verge of getting a stop here defensively in the second half. It has been the longest third quarter of my broadcasting career. Ball at the Grizzly 36. They give it to Quentin Harding, right side. Gets in between two jerseys and tries to spin. Stays alive somehow and gains about 4. A Grizzly over there had him dead to right. I think it might have been Tayton Claiborne that had him down, but Quentin Harding cycloned his way up and out of it. Fourth down and 8 rather, for CHANUTE now.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that. Claiborne had him. And there was another one just out there wrestling around, hoping to bring him down. Eventually they were able to chop him down there. Fourth down, though. CHANUTE keeping Harding on here. I don't believe we've seen him punt yet tonight, so we'll see what they elect to do. Probably go for it is what it looks right now.
It looks like they are going to go. Fourth down and 8 with 1:40 left in the third quarter.
And across the board.
Harding drops back straight, pressured from his face, gets it off, no penalty here, and it is incomplete. A diving, valiant effort is made inside the 10 by Elliott Stevenson, but it drops incomplete. And Labette County gets a defensive stop, and their offense comes back on.
Good ball to get him backside. Nash opens up his hips, and as a result, his ball gets right past him, right on that backside. He should have just turned his head the other way to make it easier on him to move over there. But yeah, Grizzlies managed to get a stop there after that drop. Is that their first stop of the day, Jack?
I cannot say with certainty.
One of the few times the Grizzly defense managed to get off the field without CHANUTE putting one through those posts.
Minute 28, third quarter, 35-0 CHANUTE. A jet sweep action here. Barrett Heston, left to right, turns on the Jets, and is hit out of bounds across the 40. Gain of about 8, maybe 9 for Barrett Heston there.
Yeah, nice little jet sweep. Got some good blocks out there. Broadwell threw a nice one. Kaplan got out there as well. Probably the best running play we've seen tonight from the Grizzlies comes here in this third quarter. Really good job at executing that one.
Minute 20 to go in the third quarter, and the clock has stopped because Heston ran out of bounds. Labette County's offense trying to get on the board for the first time tonight. They bring Bates in motion this time, fake to him and go to Jamal up the middle to try to get the first, and they do so to the 44-yard line. First down, Grizzlies move the chains left to right.
Pick up the first down. Sorry. So finally got something going here. One of the few first downs the Grizzlies have had as this defense of CHANUTE has played really outstanding football, held Fort Scott scoreless, Pittsburgh to 41. I shouldn't say like that's a good thing, but this defense is doing a good job pitching a shutout so far.
45 seconds to go in the third quarter, 35-0. CHANUTE. Heston shifts from right to left. Wyrick takes a face mask high snap and finds Barrett left side. Shifty moves by Barrett, gets to midfield, gain of 6. Positive gains here from Wyrick to Heston a couple times this drive.
Yeah, and they've had some success with those bubbles, just taking advantage of those guys in the box, being in the box, not on the edge, and trusting your athletes to make plays after the catch. Really good block thrown out there by that ex-receiver there. I don't know if that was Nash over there blocking for Heston or not. May have been good.
Almost the end of the third quarter here, as they'll go to Jamal to the left here, and that'll do it for the third quarter here, gain of a couple. Third down and short, Labette County in CHANUTE territory for the first time in a while. We'll be back in 1 minute on KLKC.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
Labette County trails CHANUTE 35-0 here on the road on senior night. Labette County driving, though, as Wyrick is in the gun here with Jackson right behind him. And they give it to Jamal, who is knocked to the ground at midfield for no gain. Fourth down and short for the Grizzlies here.
As Luttrell coming up to cut his legs out from underneath them. Labette County moving, though. Third and short here. Better looking drive than most so far. Gonna need to
again.
Had that route not been so rounded there at the end, thinking he was going to catch it on the run, and he just come back to sharp. He may have been able to draw a flag or something. It's hard to read those balls sometimes on those deep post routes or go balls, whichever one you want to call it there, post. But
fourth down and 13 now. 10:40 left in the ball game. As that ball was incomplete and the clock is running, so perhaps a running clock here. Wyrick's going to fling it, incomplete at midfield, as laying face down in the turf is Barrett Heston, as Labette County's just kind of had a rough go at it here tonight. CHANUTE's offense will come back on. We'd like to thank some sponsors again: Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Tank Connection, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray, Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Vollmer Cement Finishing, Wood Insurance Center, USD 506, The Corner Store, Olson Ace Hardware, and SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister. It's 2-1 Yankees over the Dodgers in Game 1 of the World Series with the bases loaded. The Yankees are up to bat with 2 outs in the top of the 6th.
As this new back in the game now, he's going to get a crease. He's going to have a lot of open grass before he's shoved out of bounds by Fields. This is going to be number 22 for the Comets on the carry. Asher Love, a junior running back and linebacker for these Blue Comets. So, man, that was a really good-looking run there from Asher. Not quite that same pop, burst that Harding has, but it is effective, nothing less.
Love just a junior, and Quentin Harding a senior, so looking like Asher Love going to fill the role of the
Nonetheless,
Harding.
weird. Sorry.
Yeah, nonetheless. CHANUTE just reloads year after year. 8:45, a running clock here in CHANUTE, 35-0. Blue Comets in front. They go to Love again, and he's stood up this time. Good defense by Roper Whitley up front, with Tate and Claiborne as well.
Yep, running clock here, 8:30. Man, this clock is just rolling.
The third quarter was quite the drag, but the fourth quarter going by quite quickly.
As it's just, you may as well ask a Magic 8 Ball who we're going to go play next week. I doubt we're going to host. I think that one's out of the
pretty much
equation. Got the negative point differential at the moment, so that's going to hurt you pretty good. Don't think we'll have to go play a top team, though, so that's good news.
As on the near side, catching a pass for the second time tonight is Thompson. A late fumble did take place, and Labette County has it, so they force a turnover.
Claiborne.
Late in the game, Tayton pops up with it emphatically, and Labette County, with 7 minutes left in the game, down 35, forces a turnover.
Is that our first turnover of the game? I believe so. This coming on a fumble in the fourth quarter. Both teams played pretty clean with the ball. Penalties though, a different story. CHANUTE's looked pretty polished so far. Nothing really stopping them or standing in their way too often.
7:10 to play in the fourth quarter. Labette County's offense with another try. Wyrick claps and hands it off to Jamal around the right. Has some blockers this time, and number 24 burst his way into the second level for the first time tonight and gets to the 44 for a good gain of about 15.
Yeah, and it looked like he almost may have broken away there at the end as well, unable to maintain his balance, but this is what Labette County's been accustomed to seeing from this rushing attack these past couple weeks in league play, especially these big, just chunks taken out of this field.
6:30 to play. Jackson gets another carry, takes his time,
Really
reads
good
the gap,
blocks.
finds the gap. There he goes. Number 24 burst his way into the open turf inside the 10, holds the ball in front of him. Touchdown, Labette County. Jamal Jackson finds pay dirt again.
Yep, Stevens does a really nice job in that H-back spot. This is a stretch play. He does a nice job getting to that second-level defender. I don't know if it was a safety or a backer, but I was looking at the one Blue Comet that would have had a chance to put it in anything. Stevens throws a nice block. Receiver down here as well. I want to say it was good. He throws a nice block down the field as well. Really good job by those two. And Reed there on that left side.
And Fernando Rivera's seat on the bench is sat in no longer.
Casey Rivera.
Here comes Nando onto the field for the kick. It's a high one. Will it get there? Oh, it hit the upright. No good, as Fernando's going to scratch his head about that one, but he has, I don't know if he's kicked it tonight, maybe once to start the second half, but not a lot of warming up for Fernando tonight. 35-6 the score, running clock in CHANUTE. Back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision.
Jackson, as Labette County is going to swarm this run up the gut there. Stevens, Reed in there on the stop. Or not Stevens, I want to say that's 75 Dickens. He's going to get in there along with the Reed to make a play. We'll see Bradfield come off as well. See a new man in the game there. 25. Go see our mystery Grizzly is real quick. I want to say that's Dewey. Yeah, Malachi Dewey, the senior, getting some playing time as well.
Chanute 35, Labette County 6 with 2:15 to play in the fourth quarter. Chanute back with the ball and another run that goes nowhere. Actually, it does. It goes backwards a couple yards. And Labette County's defensive front doing well on this drive yet again.
Yep.
So third down and long for Chanute with under 2 minutes to play in the contest. Again, Labette County will play, and I believe it is next week. There's no week off, right?
Nope, it'll just be right into it.
Should be next week, and we won't know who that is until late tonight or tomorrow morning, whenever it might be made more public, if you will. But Labette County will play again next week and try to punch their way further into the postseason next Friday night, wherever or whomever that might be against. Third down and long for Chanute with just 90 seconds left in the game. Chanute's going to be league champions of the SEK. Here's a flip and a catch. No, a drop at the 35. The intended target for the quarterback was Logan Axelson. This one falls incomplete, and on 4th and 14 with 1:10 left in the game, Chanute can run the clock down to 20 seconds.
As is that a
We'll see what they do.
I see on that rock. Kyson Seepster, a freshman to quarterback.
Another Seamster?
Another Seamster.
I thought I was done with those.
Well, we got another one. This one, a freshman. So, Labette County forcing a fourth.
I say
and
that
long
in a
here.
good way. They're good athletes. We'll see if Chanute elects to punt it or just maybe burn clock, as there's 8 seconds left on the play clock. Now 5 seconds, and they have not addressed the ball, so they might just take the delay of game and or the timeout with 28 seconds left and probably let the clock run out.
I don't know if they're just content with letting this thing run out, as this clock's ticking and it ain't going to stop. That's going to do it for the game tonight. So I thought maybe Labette County's going to have a chance for maybe run one or two more offensive plays. Well, they'll just line up at the 50, shake hands. Chanute, your 2024 SEK champions.
Labette County had a chance tonight to take home that same trophy, but Chanute had something else to say about it. A really good team. Best of luck to Chanute in the postseason. Gets our Grizzlies tonight by a score of 35-6. We'll be back in 3 minutes with the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show of Labette County Grizzly football.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience
Labette County falls in their final regular season game of the 2024 season by a score of 35-6 to the CHANUTE Blue Comets. Labette County finishes the regular season 4-4 and 3-1 inside the league. I know we're disappointed. Pretty darn good regular season, John.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what's going to happen next week or as far as playoffs go. I mean, this was obviously you ultimately come up short of your goals of winning an SEK championship, but it's a successful season regardless. I mean, you're 4-4, 500. No one's going to bat an eye at that, right? I mean, that's hard to do. Be right up there at 500. You feel like you may have had a chance to have a winning record. You know, outside of tonight, there have been games where you can say this. I don't know what I'm exactly trying to say here, Jack. This season's been what everyone was hoping it was going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, in the past, it had been a struggle to win the games we feel like we should be winning. There were some where, okay, we maybe figured we might struggle and lose, whereas this year, we did win the games that we felt like we should win. We beat Parsons, we beat Indy, we beat Coffeyville. At Fort Scott, pretty dang good win. So you actually won those games this year. Great testament to a great season for a great team, and it's not over yet. There were 3 other teams in the league that didn't have a chance to win a title tonight, but Labette County did. So they were in that position. They gave themselves a chance, and that, to me, indirectly, is an attribute of success in my book. Again, your score, CHANUTE 35, Labette County 6. Jamal Jackson finished the regular season with well over 1,100 rushing yards and 10 rushing touchdowns. Did some good things in the air as well, but talk about what Jamal did on the ground this season. Another stellar year for the junior running back.
He was a workhorse. I mean, the durability
Yeah.
for as many carries as he got, I mean, my goodness. And then he didn't have quite as many, just 80-yard. He had some,
Yeah.
all right. We're talking about an exceptional athlete and player. But, man, he was consistent. I mean, that's all you could say. He's consistently giving you effort. He was running through more tackles this year.
Yeah.
May not had, he still had a pretty good year, but maybe not to his standards what he thought he might be able to do. He has nothing to be ashamed of. 10 touchdowns. Probably, I don't know our numbers for tonight, but over 1,200 yards, I want to say, on the year. Some pretty good numbers, and he's still a junior, Jack. He still has room to grow. Looking down the field, maybe, his vision, he can improve on footwork, that sort of thing. Get a little bit stronger, put on some more muscle. I mean, this is a very good football player who's going to be gearing up with the rest of his guys. We're not losing a whole lot on offense.
Yep.
I believe there is not a single senior outside of John Broadwell on the offense.
John Broadwell
Stevens
is
and
the
Johnson.
John Broadwell's the only offensive player Labette County loses next year. Every single player on offense comes back. Defensively, that's a little bit different.
That's where they're going to have to find some guys. You're going to have to play both ways, some of these guys. But, yeah, Jackson had a tremendous year. He was the catalyst of this Grizzlies offense. He propelled them to this 4-4 record.
Again, CHANUTE 35, Labette County 6. No sign of Coach Price tonight. However, we will hopefully get a chance to speak with him next week because Labette County does play again. Don't forget that. This was just the end of the regular season. Postseason play is still to come. We do not know where Labette County will travel or who Labette County will play, but just stay tuned to your K-Show websites, your social medias, and so forth. You're all familiar, and that will come out. But I'm assuming kickoff would be at 7 unless we travel a long ways away and they bump it up to 6, but we'll take that as it comes. We'll have the Tank Connection pregame show live about 20 minutes before kickoff. Again, that might be at 6 or 7, most likely 7, but we'll be there to cover the game next Friday when Labette County takes on their postseason opponent. For Amanda back at the station, Caleb McKee on the live stream, and John Kohler on the color commentary, I'm Jack Leake saying good night, Grizzly Nation, and we'll talk to you next Friday evening for postseason football. Have a good night, everybody, and as always,